Alright, so I'm back, and I'm going to pick up where I left off from the last video, and I was reading from my journal, and that was from November 21st, Monday. And, okay, so I left off right here. Today I got an x-ray on my chest to see if everything with my lungs and heart is working properly. The doctor said I need to eat and weigh more. I just don't know why. I can't bring myself to do it. I just don't want to gain any weight, but then they will tell me I'm in the danger zone. Well, my dad does anyway. He stresses out the most about my eating. I have high cholesterol for some reason, and I need to drink more water, or my kidneys will be bad. I don't want that to happen, but it just seems hard to drink that much water in a day. My dad stressing at me really bugs me a lot, but I know it's because he cares about me. I need to stop being such a sour jerk to him. I feel like I'm always grumpy, and I need to stop. So that was it for that day. And I mentioned when I started reading that I got an x-ray on my chest to see if my heart and lungs were working properly. And that was, I think from being at the pediatrics, they had referred me to, I think it was some other doctor place. I can't recall what it was. But they wanted me to get an x-ray just to see if everything was okay, just to make sure. And surprisingly enough, everything was fine. I mean, I can't remember numbers exactly, but yeah, that went semi-decent. So I mean, I was kind of surprised about that. All right, so now we're on November 22nd, on a Tuesday. And I really should have marked these. I'm sorry. I didn't. Okay. I'm looking. Okay. Lunch was alright. I didn't eat all of it. I know I should have, but I didn't. That was kind of a common theme that I wrote about, was not eating my lunch, because I pretty much never did that. Alright. My mom today said something about me seeing a therapist that she's going to force me to see. It always makes me really sour when she talks about it because I don't want to see a dumb therapist. It makes me feel like I'm insane or something, or even psycho. Well, I'm going to pray at least that she doesn't send me there. So about the therapist part, I'll talk about that for a second. Not just my mom. It was both my mom and my dad. They made me see a therapist. I don't know why. I mean, obviously it's because I was kind of wigging out. I was going crazy, kind of. I don't want to say crazy, but I started to get a lot worse. So they started to feel like they didn't really know what to do. So it was kind of like that was just one of the resorts that they went to. And the lady that I saw, that was in Bay City. That was not good. It was just not good. It was a family-based therapy, so she talked to me first, and then afterwards my parents came in and we all kind of talked together. But I hated it. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't like it at all. And I talked a lot to her about like my eating and stuff, but it just didn't really seem like she understood. Like, it didn't really seem like we were on the same page as far as understanding how to solve the issue, I guess. So, I only went there twice, and then after that my mom was like, okay, I guess you don't have to go back. But I threw a really big fit about going there in the first place. Like, I sat at the kitchen table and I remember I was doing my biology homework, and I just like cried to my dad. He was sitting there talking to me about it, and he was like, Elena, why are you so extreme with me right now? And I was like, 'cause I don't want to go see a therapist, and you guys think I'm crazy, you guys think I'm flaking out. Like, they're just like, no, Elena, you need help. Like, you need to see someone, because obviously me and your mom aren't working out for you. So I like sat there at the table and cried about it for like probably an hour. That is another thing about an eating disorder, though. your emotions are like 1 second. I mean, usually you're pretty crabby and just like kind of not very upbeat overall. But my emotions, for me personally, I was like, 1 minute I was like way up here, and then the next I was like the little crab apple way down here. So I mean, I would say I had my happy moments, but overall my demeanor, I was a little crab apple, I would say. I was not happy. I was super emotional. Like, I cried about this stuff that you wouldn't normally cry about. Like, going to see a therapist, that's not something I would cry about now. That's just something I'd be like, poof, okay. Like, that's just not something I would, that's not normal for me. And that's kind of just something how the eating disorder started to warp my way of thinking about things. And so, yeah, that was the therapist. Didn't go very well. I did not like that. Okay, so this is November 23rd, and this is the last time I wrote until I was in the eating disorder clinic. And I'll talk about the clinic in other videos later. But okay. So, November 23rd, Wednesday. Today was good. I woke up and weighed myself. I was lighter. I'm not supposed to be, but I'm so paranoid of gaining weight that I just don't eat a whole lot. Anyways, I ate breakfast and cleaned for a while. So, I became a massive cleaner. Like, I cleaned everything. Like, all of the time. For no reason. Like, I was a speed cleaner. I mean, I'm sure that's one thing my mom can't really complain about. Like, cleaning. Like, how could you complain about that? But, like, obsessively cleaning. Like, all of the time. It's just like, my mom would look at me and just be like, Elena, why are you cleaning right now? Like, it is 10 o'clock at night. Go to bed. Like, you have school tomorrow. Like, you don't need to be sweeping the kitchen floor. But yeah, that is something that I often did. And I know why, because during that time when I couldn't, it was my way of getting an exercise ultimately, is because if I couldn't run or I couldn't exercise in my room, then I would speed clean as fast as I possibly could. And I mean, I did that probably about every single day. And then my parents would often yell at me for it. Okay, so I had chili for lunch, and after that, me and my mom talked about my eating again. She is very concerned for me because I won't eat. It's just that I don't want to gain any weight. She also canceled a crap show. Okay, so that stuff's irrelevant. Sorry. So me and my mom would a lot of the times just sit there and like at the table and just talk to me, which I'm actually really thankful for that, because I had someone to talk to during all of that. Because I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't really reach out to any friends because I just felt, I don't know, I didn't want them to think I was a weirdo or something. And looking back, I know that they would never think that about me because they're my friends. Like, why would they think that? And okay, so all right, okay, tomorrow is Thanksgiving and I'm a little concerned on what to eat. I mean, I want to eat some food, but I don't want to go hog wild. I'll talk about Thanksgiving in the next video. But I mean, I think you guys can kind of see a pattern here. I was so obsessed about gaining weight. And it didn't matter if that was 1 pound or 10 pounds. Like, any increase was bad. That was all bad. So for me, it was either we're staying the same or we're going to go down. Not realistic. It just doesn't work like that. All right. I'll be making another video.